literally show you the career that you've been wanting to see.
Time to experience the nooks and crannies of Korea as if with your own 2 feet on
K-Patch
with Jennifer.
That's right, we've brought Jennifer into the studio again to literally show us the career that we've been wanting to see. How are you doing, Jen?
How are you?
I'm a little hungry, to be honest. That's my overriding human emotion right now.
Are
Yeah.
you the person who usually enjoy having big meal in breakfast or in brunch?
All of them. I like all of my meals to be big. But to be honest, breakfast has been the smallest meal that I've had most weekdays at least. Just time, right? You
Yeah.
don't have time when you're going to work to cook up a big fried breakfast. What about you? Are you a big breakfast gal?
Well, I am on a diet. I mean, it's summer. And
Okay, everyone's on a summer diet
Yeah.
every year.
Yeah. I don't wear like shorter pants as I did in my back 20s. I'm
Of
a mom
course.
now. But still, I want to be on fit in good shape. So I try to eat less than usual.
What's
it's
your
not
usual
easy.
breakfast then?
My usual breakfast, my favorite breakfast is cereal.
Just cereal.
Just simple cereal. I
What
love
kind?
it.
Are we talking like healthy cereal like granola, or are we talking those sugary things for kids which taste amazing but are basically just junk food in milk?
Well, the cereal that I'm talking is the mix of those two. Granola, but sweet with cacao. I don't think I can name the product, but I think a lot of people would know. That starts with K.
Is it one that has both in the same package?
Yeah,
You
the
haven't mixed
granola,
them.
Mixed them. It's sweet, and there's
Chocolate in there as well?
hodu, walnuts. Is it walnut?
I
Chestnut?
don't like walnuts.
Chestnut?
No, hodu is walnuts, yeah.
Yeah,
In your
and
cereal?
cacao in the cereal.
And like little bits of chocolate.
Little bit of chocolate.
What? That
The
sounds
cacao
good.
part,
Oh, the
A
healthy
little bit
part.
bittery, but sweet at the same time.
I don't like that, Jen. That sounds too healthy for me.
Too healthy, but it's sweet.
Like my kids, they obviously go for those ones like the rings that are fruity. Do you know those?
Yeah, I know
The
that.
Korean version, because I recently ordered the American version, right? They're so different.
Is it?
The Korean version's way nicer, like I would say.
Way more sweet.
Way more sweet, way more crunchy as well. And the milk doesn't make them soggy too quickly. That is the breakfast that I want to have now. My belly is rumbling. I hope it doesn't come out on the microphone. Today's hashtag, Jennifer, is 무기력 or lethargy. Feeling tired and maybe a bit achy. Are you feeling like that these days, or are you feeling quite fit?
Well, summer is my favorite season.
Really?
It's my favorite.
Like in Korea, even like the hot, humid aspect of it, you don't mind?
I just like the sunny weather.
Okay. So get out of the monsoon season and
Yeah.
then it's perfect.
So these days, I don't feel that 무기력 or like I don't go through that much of a Monday blue. But of course, I'm a human being. So
Yes.
sometimes that emotion just kicks in anytime in a day, like an afternoon and whenever that comes, what I do is like there's a couple of ways that I try to solve the situation. But
good.
I like to just take a stroll, walk.
Okay.
And there's this nice toseong
What's
in front of my. Toseong is a castle made of mud.
There's a mud castle
In
near where you
Seoul.
live.
Yes.
Wow.
Actually, the place that I'm living is where the palace of Baekje was located.
Baekje from many, many dynasties
Yeah,
ago.
more than 1,000 years ago, before the Goryeo dynasty.
Goodness gracious. And there's
Yeah.
still like remnants of the
Yes.
soil castle.
Yeah, you can actually see the castle.
Uh-huh.
It's not as high as it did, like way back in 1,000 years ago.
Sure.
But you see those, in winter, kids even ride the slide.
Oh, the sled
썰매.
down
yeah,
the
썰매.
hill of the castle.
Yeah. Well, they're not allowed to do that actually,
But they do.
because you don't really get to see such places in Seoul, right?
Sure, like a
Grassy
hilly
or something.
area. Yeah, that's amazing. I don't think I've seen it. Or if I did, I might have just thought it was a grassy hill. I might not have recognized it because it's not like the old Seoul fortress wall from the Joseon dynasty, which is like made of rocks. It's just like hook, like soil and mud.
Yeah, so we see the fortresses and mountains usually, which we call as 산성, because we have a lot of mountains. So they used to just use the mountain as the castle to protect the kingdom. But Baekje was situated along the Hangang River.
Yeah.
So they had to build up this mud.
I see. To
with
stop it like
just
flooding
manpower.
and stuff, maybe.
Yeah.
That's so interesting, Jen. Thank you. What an interesting way to get rid of lethargy, Mugidok, is to go on a castle mud stroll. Sounds nice. Let us know your ways of overcoming that feeling of lethargy. To be honest, for me, Jen, these hot, humid nights, that makes me feel the most mugidok.
Oh, okay.
Like, I hate
This
being a
muggy
bit
weather.
sticky. Yeah, that makes me just not want to do anything at all. So air conditioning is my cure.
And you're
That's
not
all.
used to that weather for sure because you're from UK. And I
Yeah.
know the weather in UK.
It's not
Yeah.
as humid or hot at all, is it? Yeah, so I do miss that in the summertime. Today, you're going to take us on a trip way back when, going into history as well. I like it. We're going to Yeoju.
Yes. So if we say Yeoju, if I ask, do you know anything about Yeoju? And including myself, the one place that comes up in my mind is this famous shopping mall place.
Yeah, they have an outlet there.
Yes,
They've had
very
it for
famous.
ages. Now they have many more outlets very close to Seoul,
Near Seoul.
like
Yeah,
Paju. They've
Paju.
got one. Shihung is another favorite of mine. I like getting a good deal. But Yeoju's been around for ages. But we're not going to the outlet today, are we?
No. Near that outlet, though.
Oh, really?
Not that close, though, but it's, Yeoju is a small city. And there is this impressive temple that I'm hoping to guide you through that. The story, the beauty, not only the history, but it's a great place to hit the place in summer as well, because they are a nice place to get some rest.
Okay. Yeoju, yeah, you could take in the outlet as well if you want to do shopping, plus the temple. And it's got historical significance, Yeoju, right?
Right. So Yeoju, it was really surprising to know that this place was a very important trading spot.
Oh.
Because you have this Han River
Okay.
that flows right near the temple, which is, Han River, you might say, oh, isn't that from Seoul?
Exactly.
Yeah, but Han River is a huge river that is merged from different rivers, including the one that's in Yeoju, which is Namangang to be specific, the southern Han River.
Ah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and through that river, there was this active trade going on back in the days in Joseon Dynasty, and probably before then, because there were people riding the boats from Gangwon-do area.
Okay.
Coming from there to Yeoju and trading the products. And you can find this interesting local foods in Yeoju because of that.
Wow. There's this brand of rice from Yeoju that has a picture, I swear, of King Sejong on it. It's quite an expensive brand because apparently Yeoju rice, like its neighbor Icheon, is quite good. And so we sometimes got that rice and it's delicious. And I've also been to Yeoju to have like hanjeongshik, just the Korean
nice.
meal.
Yeah.
And that's amazing with like loads of side dishes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Sejong's on there for a reason.
Yeah, I was glad that you brought that up. Sejong, the famous, probably the most famous king in Korean history.
I'd say.
King Sejong's tomb is located in this city.
Wow.
And it means pretty big because he's a very famous great king.
Yeah.
And he was first buried near his parents, near Seoul. But to give you a brief summary of the history, his son, King Munjong, died very early. And then after that followed the tragic death of his grandson, who is Danjong, who was killed by his uncle Sejo.
Oh, no.
So the death of Danjong is very famous story to many Koreans, even now. And as time went by, people thought that, okay, something is going on and we should do something about it. Maybe this place isn't so good.
Oh, his
The tomb
burial place.
Yeah.
It might be under threat.
So maybe they thought that we should move the tomb of Sejong to other place out of hope that this dynasty would last long. And that is why Sejong is buried in Yeoju.
That's an interesting backstory. So we are going to a particular temple within Yeoju now.
That's right.
Okay. Its name?
Its name is Silluksa.
Silluksa. That sounds like a lovely name. Let's take a look at your first video then. Where are we going to start? With the entrance, it looks
This is
like?
the entrance. Yeah.
Okay.
This is the front gate called 일주문.
일주문. Let's take a trip inside.
And this front gate is also pretty impressive because it has this column. You can see only one column from its the side, and it means the focused mindset of the prayers.
Oh, so very much spiritual, I suppose.
And we're seeing 원효 대사, the great monk, 원효, and 의상. And back then, monks are not just religious people. They were the scholars. They had also influence in the politics.
Did they live here?
Well, I brought their photo because most of the temples are believed to be built either by those two monks.
I see. Wow.
And this is built in like thousands of years ago.
Yeah.
And you're seeing the tower, by the way, that is the national treasure.
They've got the pagoda, the big top
Right.
there.
And this is the 600 years old tree.
We have talked about old trees in Korea being quite famous because there aren't too many really old ones, right? What are
And
all
this
these bits
is where
of paper?
people write the wishes. And part of this tree, you can see this figure that looks like 관세음 보살님.
What's that?
He is known to be one of the Buddhas.
Oh, that's his outline, his profile.
So, well, the part of the tree kind of looks like him, the figure. So people thought that, this is pretty exotic and special, and people believe that their prayers might be heard.
Is this right next to the river then? The
Right next to the
Namhangan?
river, right.
And a
you're
traditional
seeing the boat, the temmo. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
that went pretty fast. But I'll give you some more details. So you saw the ship, you saw the river, and as I briefly said before, there used to be active trade here in Yeoju, and that's why we're seeing the Denmok. And surely it's not operated as it was in the back past, but
It looks like a more modern, maybe remake of it, perhaps. Is it
for the tourism, I suppose.
just
Yeah.
to show people this
Yeah.
is what people used to come in on their boats and whatnot? Silluksa Temple. I don't think I've been there because I sometimes actually I'm a bit guilty of not knowing which temples I've been to in terms of
There's
their
a
name.
lot of temples.
There are indeedy. But one thing that stood out, we didn't get to mention it while the video was playing, those really scary kind of paintings on the
Yeah.
doors. What
Thank
are
you
they?
for bringing that up. So if you go to the temples in Korea, you get to see these scary looking pictures. And they're called 사천왕, the four guardian gods.
Oh, are they
that
good
protects the
guys?
prayer. They're the good guys. They scare off the bad energies and let in the good energies.
I
you know?
see.
Protecting the temple and the prayers.
Yeah, because when I was little, I remember being
pretty
a bit
scary, right?
frightened looking at those and thinking, I don't like temples.
I'm
'cause-
sure every Koreans would have that memory
Oh,
in their
young
childhood.
kids.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm glad I wasn't just particularly a scaredy
No.
cat. Because my kids as well, we've been to a couple of temples, usually just in and around Seoul. And when they've got those drawings, my kids, because they're still young, they're like, 못생겼어. Like that's ugly or something. But they've got the role in scaring off the bad spirits. So that's why
Yeah.
they have to be kind of tough and
Yeah.
mean. Okay.
Yeah, that's their role, to scare off the 귀신, the ghost, and the bad energies. But you could see a nice space where you can take a walk. It was pretty grand. The 일주문, the front gate, and up until you reach the temple, there's a grand space that you can walk around, and
It's
there were
very
actually
big.
rabbits as well too.
Rabbits in the grounds.
Yes.
That's lovely. Yeah, a lot of temples that I've been to, and we've talked about it on the show, they're usually on the mountains because of the energy and stuff I've heard. And so you usually have to walk up a lot of stairs or
Right.
something like that. This one looks much more like it's on some flat land just near the river.
That's the point. One of the things that I found is pretty more impressive and outstanding than other temples is that it wasn't in the very deep forest in the mountain, but pretty much it was well open area, and you can see the river, and it was I would say mildly more comfortable place to walk around compared to deep mountains.
With a stroller and a child, I think I saw, Jenna, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, so if
right,
you've
right.
got family, sometimes the temples going up all those stairs is not practical at
No.
all, but this one looks perfect. We'll be back reading some of your messages and showing you another video. We've got Promise 9 up next with We Go. We're back for part 2, K-Patch with Jen in the studio, who's taken us down to Yeoju. Raul, you were asking if it's really down south anywhere near Busan. You might be thinking of Yeosu, which is right at the southern tip, but Yeoju is relatively close. I'd say without traffic, you get there within an hour.
Yeah, that's
from
true.
Seoul.
It's part of the Gyeonggi-do province.
Oh, which is the one that wraps around Seoul. So
Right.
neighbours almost, right? I'm looking at the map. So it's kind of southeast from Seoul, next door to Wonju, below Yangpyeong. And yeah, you don't have to travel far. And looking at this map as well, you can see how that South Han River really connects up with the actual Han in Seoul, where it becomes much bigger. A tributary, as we were saying, where people used to get on their boats and come in from Gangwon-do province and
that's
stuff.
right.
Fantastic.
Have you heard of memil? Have you tried memil?
I love memil guksu, the noodles, the buckwheat noodles, where you dip it in that kind of cold, icy sauce,
Yeah.
soupy stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, so memil is a very famous local food. It's originated from Gangwon-do, known to be. But you get to see a lot of makguksu places in Yeoju, which became a famous local food already.
Maybe
that
because
is
of the
because
trading and stuff.
That's exactly the point.
Oh, I see. Because, yeah, buckwheat is pretty much now universal in Korea. Siska says from Indonesia, Omo, nice city. Really nice traditions as well, it seems like, in this Silluksa area. Yeah, Yeoju as like the urban area, I don't think is particularly famous for like a tourist destination, right? It's maybe more of these kind of countryside places.
Yeah, I would say that this place is more famous for people from Seoul to get a little bit of a weekend holiday, enjoying the nature and the shopping malls for sure.
Well, there you go.
But I would also recommend you guys to visit the tomb of the Sejong.
And
I don't know where you guys are all from, but tomb in Korea is pretty beautiful and pretty.
Oh,
Yeah,
are we
I
talking
went
about
to-
the big mounds?
Oh, well,
Or is
it's
it
not
different?
just the tomb, but the surrounding area, it's well cared by the government.
Like the outdoors and the grass and the nature.
Exactly. So it's a great place to walk. There's usually beautiful old trees that makes beautiful shady areas.
We've got Seollung, right, in the heart of Seoul. And they've got a park there. I think it's a tomb in there as well. And it's just beautifully preserved. And if you're in there, you don't know that you're in a modern city like Seoul.
No.
You could be in the Joseon dynasty.
Even
I
in the
feel,
heart
right?
of the Seoul, you
Yeah.
don't get to hear the car buzzing all around.
It is
Very silent and calm.
quite an experience. Jacoby says, my mother loves visiting Buddhist temples and she
Oh.
really wants to visit more in Korea as well.
Nice.
We do have so many temples in Korea.
Yeah.
Some are like
Hard
in
to
the heart
count.
of the city and just normal, but when they're beautiful in the countryside like that, that's even better, I feel, right?
Yeah.
We've also got a message from Siska saying, oh, is that a river? I thought it was just a lake next to the temple. Once again, that's the South Han River, right? The
Namhangang.
Namhangang.
Yeah.
Is there Bukhangang then as well, a northern one?
Yep, we have the Bukhangang and Namhangang, and maybe some of you might heard of Yangsuri, where
Yangsuri.
two Han River merge together in the east side of Seoul.
I see.
And there are a lot of nice places there as well. I hope I can introduce you to all, but Yangsuri is also another good place.
That rings a bell. Did we do that on the show? We didn't do it together, me and you, Jen, right?
No.
But we've talked about that area not so long ago on the show. I can't remember why. My memory is awful. But yes, we did talk about that place where they both meet. Tumulmori.
Yeah, that's the one. Tumul is two water. So Bukhan and Namhangang comes together.
Why did we talk about that? Was that with Kiwon on the show, I think, on a Monday, perhaps? But yeah, we did show a map of it, I think.
Nice.
Yeah, not too long ago. Thank you. I hope our listeners are better at remembering why we were mentioning that. And Jacoby also says the door guardian guards in a temple in Busan that we went to were enormous as well. They can often be quite in your face
Yeah.
because they're supposed to be scaring any spirits coming to the entrance and
So
stuff.
this time it was just a painting on the door. But as you just said, there are many other temples that have an actual figure. You can actually see their eyes almost about to pop out,
It does look
Pretty scary.
intimidating like that,
Yeah.
right? But yeah, you saying they're good guys, that makes me feel much better about it. We're going to get on to our second video then, Jen. This is also within Silluksa Temple.
Yeah, this time I wanted to focus more on the part why I would recommend you guys as a summer resort. Surely, I would say please don't go during the daytime because we're talking about like July and August in Korea.
Temperatures are quite high. Okay.
But still, there's this nice cafe in the temple, not just inside the temple, but surrounding area. There's this nice park and there's this nice cafe where you can take your family and enjoy the Korean traditional teas. Let's figure it out.
Okay, it looks like there's some beautiful blossom on some of the trees here still remaining.
So there's beautiful trees. And I actually visited this place before the birth of Buddha. So that is why you're seeing the
birthday.
lanterns. Yeah, the chopail.
Yes, that is
Beautiful
absolutely
lanterns
stunning.
that I wanted to show you guys. And this is the main building of the temple, Geungnakbojeon. And there, people bow to pray to the statue of the Buddha.
You can take off your shoes and go in and do that, right?
Yes. And this is another building for Sejong Bosal. And I don't want to go too deep, but based on Buddhism, there's this afterlife, and the sin that you conducted in this life will be judged in that life.
Oh.
And there you see the gods
Judging you.
judging you.
Really? That's a little intimidating. I
But
don't know if I
Sejong
want to go in there.
Bosal is known to kind of care and protect those people in the afterlife.
Oh, I see. Wow, and the trees in here
Another
are
old tree.
spectacular, aren't they?
Yeah,
They do look
beautiful
their
weather.
age. They do look like they're 600 years old.
And beautiful drums, bells, that you might find it very beautiful and exotic. And there you see people taking a walk. It's pretty grand.
It does look like it's almost like a palace in its size.
Yeah,
It's huge.
I was astonished by its size.
And the
And
rabbits
the rabbits
there.
there.
In the ground.
In the ground. And there was this another little park nearby the temple, actually near the parking lot.
Oh, that's random.
And it was very beautiful than I expected. I thought it was just a little small space, but
Fish
there
in a
was this
pond.
And if you're into pottery, there's this Yeoju Doja Muna Center, culture center, where you can maybe take classes and, experience
That area
those culture.
is a bit famous for pottery because I'm sure it's Icheon, which is like next door. They have like a Dojagi ceramic festival there, a biennale, I think, every couple of years. We went there. They also are famous for a few springs in the area, like natural water. So I think it might be in Yeoju. I can't say the name. It's something like Ermaden, let's call it. There's this like water park area where you can get a massage and then bathe in the
that's
waters as well.
nice.
It was really lovely.
I
I'd
love
to go back.
Oncheon hot springs.
Absolutely.
And it's so sad that it's one of the places that it's really hard to visit because of the corona.
Yeah, anywhere with water is not really good because of the masks and everything. A Humpkin says, that looks like a scene from a K-drama. Wow. Simply beautiful. I'm going to add it to my bucket list as well. I'm sure some places like this have been used as filming locations because it kind of looks like maybe even Minsokcheon, the traditional folk village, which I'm sure have been used in K-dramas before as locations.
Maybe. Yeah, because usually the temples aren't that grand. Like we said before, a lot of temples in Korea are located in the deep mountain in the forest area.
Yes.
So there's basically the building and the trees and the stairs, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
But here we have a grand open space. That was
Sure.
pretty special, I would say.
Yeah, you could, because some of the temples like that, I went to one I think it was in Wonju. It looks like if you're not a Korean, perhaps, you wouldn't know the difference between a temple space and then just a small old Joseon village. Like it could just look like people live in some of those buildings unless you look inside them. So I think for filming locations, that might be really good. We'll get on to some more music. We've got lots of your messages to read and maybe a couple of your things to show us. If you've got anything to do with temples or any vibes you picked up from what we were showing you, send it in to us via Kakao Talk. Our username is DailyK. We got Treasure up next. This really is a treasure. The temple of Silluksa in Yeoju. This is My Treasure. We're back for part 3. K-Patch with Jen in the studio, and Poopa is asking about those adorable rabbits we saw in your second video. I wonder if they are a temple pet or just random rabbits who live in that area.
I think it's a pet.
Oh, really?
I'm not sure who the owner is, because there was this big cafe. So maybe it's from that cafe owner. The rabbits are theirs.
There are some wild rabbits in certain places. Like one I know that you can see really easily. If you go to Namisom Island,
Namisom.
They just have random rabbits around.
Yeah.
I think they do feed them, so maybe technically they're pets. And also at Soremaul, the French Quarter near us at Arirang, they have a park there, which is, I forget its name, Montmerier or something like that. And up there, like nursery schools, they'll take their kids up to go and find the rabbits. It's like a little adventure.
Oh my God,
And
I should visit that place.
They're not pets, but you have to kind of look in the bushes. It's quite an effort, I would say, actually.
Yeah.
Jacoby asks, the coloured lanterns, are they a common sight in all temples? Because here our temples usually have just mainly red lanterns rather than all different colours.
Oh, that's a good question. I think it's pretty common.
Especially Buddha's birthday, right?
Yeah, definitely. When the Buddhist birthday is coming up, you can easily see the lanterns, even in the city, not near the temple.
Yeah, like on the just streets in between lampposts.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, I think it looks beautiful.
And usually we have different colors, not just a certain color.
Yeah, it's like pink,
and
blue,
I
green.
believe those colors all have meanings. Like 오색 probably, 5 colors.
Oh, which is traditional here in Korea.
Yeah.
Maybe with the food as well, don't you have that?
That's right.
Like I've heard, a few different colors to represent different things. Sophie saying it is a really calming atmosphere in the temple.
Oh, nice.
It's just nice and quiet there, right, when you go?
Very quiet. And most of the temples are quiet. But this temple, personally, I would pick as my one of top 3 favorite temples, because I don't know, like in the middle of the temple, there was this building that they had the statue of the Jijang-bosal. In the back side of the temple, there was this little building, and surrounding the temple, there was this beautiful trees, kind of like, I don't know, surrounding in all sides.
Oh.
Can you imagine?
Like
I can feel
it.
Yeah, exactly. It was in the center of the wooden forest. But like I said, it's not in the deep forest. But still, you can feel the breeze coming from the mountains. And even if it's summer, you would definitely feel cool.
Yeah, it's
and
much
the
cooler.
grassy smell,
Yeah, if you
herby.
get out the city, the reason I hate Seoul in the summer is it's too urban, right? And you can't escape. But I feel like as soon as you're in a mountain and there's trees, there's usually some kind of shade or breeze. You feel it's not too bad then, even in like peak summer, right? Tropic Girl saying the traditional buildings, especially made of wood, that seems to demand some sort of reverence or respect. I think that's part of the whole Buddhism belief, right? You're kind of complementing nature. It's not like all concrete and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Wooden structures.
We get to see a lot of wooden structures in Korea. And sadly, because of that, a lot of the wooden structures are burnt down or damaged. So that is why we don't see a lot of remaining structures.
Yes.
But Silluksa, surely this is also restored. But it's special because you have to know before the Joseon dynasty, during the Goryeo dynasty, the main philosophy was Buddhism. And as Joseon dynasty came, Confucianism, Yugyo, became the main philosophy of the government. So a lot of the temples are actually destroyed
in that time.
Intentionally, yeah.
Oh, goodness.
But this temple was one of those temples that survived, and their role was not only as a religious purpose, but to protect the Sejong king's tomb.
Yes, as we said, a very noble goal to that end. I didn't know then it was that early in the Joseon dynasty when Buddhism started to be overtaken. And then nowadays, Confucianism, I mean, it still plays a role in all our traditions and history, but if you talk about religions, I think there are still quite a few Buddhists, but also many Christians as well, which is a much more modern kind of introduction into Korea. We've got a few things from our listeners as well sent in. Jacoby says, this is a temple my family visits. This dragon is sponsored by my mother recently for the temple's dragon dance troupe. Oh, wow. And so we've got a little picture of the entrance, which looks much more red and gold. And then, we've got the dragon dance happening, which I've seen at like Chinese Lunar New Year in London before. That's not something very traditional here in Korea, right? The dragon symbolism. I mean, we do have the dragon sign in the zodiac, but...
Actually, a couple of months ago, I visited this Minsokcheon.
Folk village.
Yongin? Suwon? Yongin, I think.
It's brilliant, yes, yeah.
And there, they had this performance. And they had this kind of mask dancing, but they showed the tiger, instead of the dragon.
Yeah, I feel like in East Asia, especially China, that neck of the woods, dragons carry a lot more importance. In Korea, maybe you're right. Maybe it's the tiger that is our kind of almost mythical creature because it doesn't exist in the wild anymore. Sophie says, this is a famous temple in Tuaran, Kotskinabalu, Sabah. It's called the Pagoda Lingsan, as it has a pagoda next to the temple as well. Oh, wow. We're looking at...
That is astonishing.
Again, the bright colors. It looks way more red and gold than the temples do here.
That's the point. Whenever I see temples in other Asian countries, like as a Korean to me, I see the similarities and the differences. And one of the things that really stands out is the color.
Yeah.
Very colorful. And you don't see that in Korea.
Yeah, we've got like at the palaces and the temples, I feel like the roofs have a similar shape and then they're all painted really beautifully in many bright colors, but it's only that kind of when you're looking from the floor up that you see it, right? What's that called? Is it tansong or
단청?
단청.
That's right.
And it's those particular colors that you'll see again and again and again.
Yeah.
And I think, you're right. There's a different brightness to temples in Southeast Asia, like way more vivid.
You're
seems,
right. So the tancheong you see from certain side and usually on the wall is very beautiful and colorful. But the roof is always... It has, dark brown color. And I wouldn't say it's bad or anything, but that's the style of Korea that gives me, personally, I take it more soft and natural.
Yeah.
But it's always nice to see another culture with that vibrant colors that gives so much energy,
Yeah, it does remind me as well of those money envelopes from Lunar New Year in China, that are bright red with the real bright gold on them as well. I think like in your face styling. Tropic Girl has sent in this photo and wow, this again looks completely different. Apparently it's a famous Hindu temple in the Caribbean. It's called the Suidas Sadhu Temple, and it's in the sea. But now it has been joined to the mainland by a paved walkway.
Oh my God, I've never seen anything like this. Have you, Peter? Like in the middle of water?
Yeah, like you said, without the walkway, it is on an island just by itself. And I don't know how to describe this temple because it looks like a kind of concrete building. And then on top of it, it's got like two vases. It almost looks like giant vases.
Wow. That's so beautiful, though.
A fantastic photo, yeah. I wonder, is Hinduism like a big religion in the tropics over there in the Caribbean, Trinidad and Tobago? I wasn't aware of that. I'm trying to think of in the UK. We don't really have a culture, obviously, of Buddhism. Right? It's all about Christianity, the Crusades and stuff. So our equivalents, I guess, would be the churches, the cathedrals, and that kind of thing. But it's a completely different vibe. They're not brightly coloured, right? They're all usually quite grey and toned down. I must say, it's a nice, refreshing difference seeing all the brightness in these temples.
And the dragon from the video the listener sent earlier, it's pretty interesting because mostly the dragons that I've seen are really grand, and based on my memory, they don't usually have yellow color that strong.
Oh,
That's
yes.
the difference that I just point from the video. Very beautiful.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, guys, for sending in all your stuff. Jen, it's been a pleasure having you in these past few weeks.
Likewise.
I don't know.
I'm gonna miss you.
I don't know. We
and
might
everyone.
see you sooner rather than later. Who knows, Jen,
Hopefully.
right? And it's been so fun learning a bit more about the history of things as well. And we will definitely see you again. I'm sure of that, Jen. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, everyone.
We had a question actually. How have you felt about being on Arirang these past few weeks? One of our listeners said.
Thank you for the question. Well, it's been a pure pleasure for sure with this great person, Peter. And he's very comfortable.
You can come back anytime.
He's a pro, and I can always lean on to him. And you know, Arirang is one of our major English broadcasting station. And it's a huge pleasure to communicate with you guys, talking about our culture. And in fact, I learned more from the videos and the photos that you guys sent me in to our show.
It's an exchange, isn't it? What a great way to finish things off then, Jen. You have a great week and hopefully we'll see you soon.
Goodbye.
Here's Stacey next, ASAP.